Tonight, we have ourselves a preseason clash between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. Is out and about ready to send this one away. And away we go at the link. Has it at the 11. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
Set up. Viking 18. Reload. Reload. Let's go.
Handoff headed right. Barkley. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
Pass play now. Brought in. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays. But when you can play small ball, and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 33, yellow. Check pink. Ready.
Drive play straight ahead. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Set, ready. 50, green. Red, yellow. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Ready.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Here we go, set. 10, snap, red. Check, hut.
3rd and long for him here. It's a big strike to Hill. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. They get 27 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Ready. Needle, blue, 32. Hut.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
It's nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
On the ready.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Set. Set.
Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. 10 seconds. Hut.
Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
Okay, Brent.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Set, hut. 52, blue. Steel, black. Hut, hut.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Jahan Campbell makes the play. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action. All the left side. And this is going to be halted just before he can reach the 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Toss play to Barkley. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Offense to the line for second down.
19, Tiger, 19.
They're going to try and throw it here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Set. Cowboy 80.
Third down from the gun. He's got it. Complete to Downs. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Connecting again with Downs. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, they need 7.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mikey, 18.
Sticking to the air here. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Really 2 elements needed to hit big on this play, Kate. Number 1, you got to sell it. Right, you really got to sell and get that defense moving. And then secondly, you got to execute. You got to get a body on a body so that running back can get loose.
Going to the ground again on first. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. Defense all over this one.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Looking to throw here. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll air it out on third. Connects on the crosser. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. A pickup of 17. And that's good for an Eagles first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
From the red zone on first. That's Smith on the slant. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Running right, it's Barkley. Cuts back toward the middle, and he's bottled up quickly after just a yard. They get two on the run, and that brings up second and goal from the 4.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's another 4. And he will not score. The defense gets him just before he can punch it in. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on third and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Just a yard away on third and goal. Here's the jumbo package. He's got it on the bootleg. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Brock, this is not an ideal spot for any defense, but so far these guys have come up with a nice stand. Of course, they might now need to buckle down for one more play. We'll see.
Yeah, so much more 4-down territory in the league today. So much more aggression with all the data we have out there. I got a sense, though, it's not going to be a play-action pass this time around.
Leaving the offense out there, it's 4th and goal from the 1. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Leaving the offense out there, it's 4th and goal from the 1. They'll throw for it. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 13-0 lead. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The XP is up and good. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. And that'll put them up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there going to be more interceptions.
Okay,
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10.
ready. 33, yellow. Cut.
He's going to throw it. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. It is caught left side. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. First down, a run with Barkley. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down, play action. Got a man downfield. It's Bateman. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Option play, they give it to Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 on the other side, Brock. We've reached our 2-minute warning. The Eagles with the lead here at the Link. First down run netted them nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. On the draw, it's Barkley. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
You make that call, just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Elliott connects there, and that will add to their score.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 45. White. Flight 2. Hut, hut.
Airing it out to start this drive. Trying for the deep ball. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10, still from the 30.
Come on, set. Set.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Well into this 1st half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, 3rd down.
Black 40.
Now they send their back in motion right.
Hut.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Breaks the tackle. That's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
At their own 38-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. So there by Mike Green. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
2 quarters left, Brock, for starters and backups alike to get tuned up before week 1. The second half of our preseason finale is underway. Making some progress here. And what a great start for their series. He's all the way up close to the 45-yard line before stepping out.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, We have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. That's exactly what they did.
No luck on the look to his back. So it'll be second down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, kid, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
He finds the rookie from Ohio State. Down the left sideline he goes. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know, Kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
In the huddle, here's first and goal.
Set, ready. 52 blue. Red, cycle. Set, right.
Working inside the red zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Now Campbell makes the play. And the Eagles will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
When chances to score have been so few and far between for your offense, Kate, you got to come through in these opportunities, especially now in the second half. Like all game, this defense has just risen to the occasion and jumped on the chance at that interception.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Third and long, they're going to throw. Escape from the pocket. And he doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
He's got this at the 27. Gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow, 43. Hut, hut.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. It's a big strike to him. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So we thought he was beat deep and was going to give up the catch anyway. The interference call did indeed come out.
On the ready.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Here we go. 45. White.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right.
Set.
Working now from the gun. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Eagles see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. Well, depending on which side of the ball you're looking at here, Brock, things have either been very sharp or they've been just awful to start this second half. 2 drives, 2 interceptions now.
And where do you think I'm looking, Kate?
Oh, I know. Where you been looking?
Oh, it's a miserable place to be as a quarterback, just knowing you're hurting your team, not even giving yourself a chance, giving the ball away.
Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Now pitch it to Barkley. And they're backed up a bunch ahead of this third down, Brock, as this is out at least a few yards behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
The Ravens bringing out an extra defensive back on this third down play. He's dropping back to throw. This one's caught. Smith has it. Hits the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running back.
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Hill now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10.
Ready, ready. Black, 95. Ready.
Back to work after throwing the pin. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they did an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 23.
Let's go now. Hut.
Setting up to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Ready.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Right, come on, strike. Ready.
Back to throw. This finds its target. That's Hill. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Okay, Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
First down from the 42.
Let's go. Ready?
Throwing from the gun here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19.
A toss, running left side, it's Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And they wanted to add 3 more there, but silver lining, they aren't exactly hurting for a big lead at this juncture. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Yellow, 22.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Check, huh?
Back to work they go after the interception. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Ready. Block 40.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
Check.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. And they pick him off again. Andrew Makuba makes the play. And the Eagles take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Well, as if this one wasn't tough enough, it's another possession lost as he is picked off once again.
I think what I'm looking for here, what everybody's looking for in the building, what kind of fight do you have? Because a couple of turnovers in a row can take it right out of you, especially the deficit you find yourself in.
60 Bison, 60, take up.
They go play action on 1st down. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Hilton Wilson getting there for the stop.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60.
3/4 in the books from this one. It's Eagles ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Yeah, here we go. I take line in.
Here's the backup. First throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
And these are the type of gains he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Prescott now off the play fake. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the toes. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Design quarterback run here. Prescott is hit, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You could almost feel the eyes of those defenders like saucers. They see a quarterback in the open field, and all they want to do is knock him out. Or in this case, knock the ball loose. Job well done.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Big stride to Wester. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Ready, set.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
Here we go. 6, 45. Ready.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, the ball's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
60, put.
He's going to throw again on 2nd down. Completes it downfield to Kirk. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
I'll say this, Kate, this quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. Kind of like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Yellow. Here we go. Set. Ready.
Throwing it again here. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10.
Down. 10. Ready.
Sticking to the air here. That's incomplete on 2nd down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Set. Hut. Red. Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. That's caught. This is Kirk. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Still sticking with the passing game. Complete to his back. Take Bigsby. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Ready.
Now the Ravens offense staying put. Look at this. They're going for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. That's DeMario Davis.
You know, sometimes it just feels like the opposing coaches are sitting right inside your skull. They read the call and were set up perfectly to counter it.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he didn't strike that one true, Brock. It came down short of the landing zone he had to reach, so give them the football up at the 40.
Here we go. Wide in.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Yeah! Wide in. 26.
This is pulled in by McCole Hardman. And he is down to the 30-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
26.
Over on the counter with Dobbins. He has room past the 25. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. He had to pick up a 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, that play right there, that one is why linemen, they run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex at the combine. Yeah, having fast, agile, big guys up front, it lets them set the table so the running backs can go do their job.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here go 46.
From the gun is Prescott. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Has this at the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Ravens hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15.
Yellow, 22, white.
Back to throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
The ability to track the ball. Like, ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
On the left side. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. He's drawn up for it.